Hi guys, and welcome back to the Dollhouse. I'm Maeve, your Wednesday doll, and this week we are drinking. Okay, so this week we're supposed to just be talking about something that we felt like talking about while we had a cocktail. And so I decided to raise awareness on a couple of things that have been annoying the crap out of me lately. And it's mostly simple mistakes that my friends make when they're saying things to me in regards to me being trans. And I just wanted to go over a couple of them while I have a sippy sip. So one of those things is something that really irritates me, to be quite honest, and that is when somebody says something like, let's say I'm walking up the street with my friend, right? And my friend hears somebody who is near us or somebody we walk past say something about me. Or let's say I'm in a restaurant where a bunch of people are staring because I'm trans and maybe they notice, which does happen obviously. And your friends, God bless their souls, always feel like they need to tell you, hey Maeve, girl, did you know that that person just said you look like a man? That's so shady. Or, girl, did you know all these people in this restaurant are staring at you? And it's funny to me because I'm just like, where is your brain when you're saying these things to me? Like, you know that if you're being stared at or somebody is talking about you, you probably are aware of it. But yet your friends feel like you are completely oblivious. Like you are in your own world and you can't hear or see anything around you. And I just find that funny because, to be honest, it doesn't really help at all. It just makes you feel worse. Because in that moment, you're probably feeling extra dysphoric anyways if you're in public and people are talking about you. And, your friends pointing it out is not making it any better. So friends of trans people, please do not tell us when people are staring at us. Please do not tell us when people are talking shit about us. When people are clocking our tea, do not make a big deal out of it. I don't want to talk about it. It's not something that I think is cute. And it really just makes me feel worse. So don't even bring it up, okay? Thank you. The next thing I want to talk about, let me have another drink, is I really do not like it when people ask me what my birth name is. Now, I've had this happen a couple of times recently where people will say, hey Maeve, what's your real name? Girl, really? My real name is Maeve. That is my real name. For all intents and purposes, for all you need to know, my name is Maeve. That is my name. There is no need to ask me about any other name. Whatever person that may have possessed a name before me in this body is dead and has been dead for a long damn time. So there is no need to keep asking me what my real name is. And people get really kind of offended that I don't want to tell them, like, they may be a good friend of mine, like, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that I don't identify with that name at all, and there's really no purpose for you to know that name except for shady reasons to tell other people, and it's just not important. That name is not a name that I use anymore. Maeve is the only name that you need to know, so call me by that name and just keep calling. The next thing that I find absolutely obnoxious is when people come up to you and ask you, like, maybe it's in a party setting, maybe it's a close, little gathering that you have with your friends, a little kiki at their house or something, and people start to ask you about surgeries that you may have had, or whether or not you've had SRS. And, this is something that is kind of in the media right now. Anytime a trans woman has an interview with somebody, people are always like, do you still have it? Or how much did your boobs cost? Or have you had face work done? Is that your real hair? Oh, the number one thing that is the most obnoxious is that a wig? Girl, that's a cute wig. Now listen, the wig thing is not a big deal for me because I wear wigs, I wear hair pieces, I wear lots of things. My hair is pretty long, it comes down to here. You've seen it in a video before, but there is no need to ask me if I'm wearing a wig, if it's obviously a wig. If you think I'm wearing a wig, I'm probably wearing a wig. There's no need to ask me. It's my hair. It's on my head. There's no need to inquire about it. Don't do it. It's not cute. But the surgery thing, now that's even more personal. Don't ask people about their surgeries. Now people will ask me about my boobs. Like, oh, how much did they cost? Can I touch them? Is it okay if I touch your boobs? Is it okay if I touch your crotch? That's not okay to ask somebody. That's completely inappropriate. And to be honest, I haven't had any surgery done. And you would think that, you know, people would know if I had because I'd go missing for a little while. But I don't know, people just don't seem to understand that it's not okay to ask people if they've had surgery done. This is stuff that we as trans people feel like we always should have had, and we're just kind of making slight corrections. So there's no need to go into, oh, did you do this? Did you do that? Do you feel different now? Yes, I feel different. I feel better. Thank you. I need another sip. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about was something that, you know, it's just, like, all these things seem like common sense to me. They really do. But apparently they're not, because people still engage in this kind of foolishness. Now, one of the other things that kind of really irritates me, and this is really something I guess only like people who are closer to me will know. This is something, yet again, that you should not say to me because it's obnoxious and it really is not helping anything. I'm looking at you, friends. When people will tell you, because, you know, I'm wearing makeup right now, obviously. There's other times that I'm obviously wearing makeup, and most of the time when I'm out or when I'm with friends or when I go to clubs, I'm wearing makeup. So most of the times that my friends see me, I'm wearing makeup. But if you're a close friend of mine, there will be times where you will see me and I will not be wearing makeup. And in that case, it is not okay to come up to me and say, ooh, girl, you look rough today. Or, ooh, do you have facial hair? Or, ooh, you look so different without makeup on. Ooh, the power of makeup. Because whether you know it or not, all those things are shady. I know what I look like without my makeup on. There's no need to tell me that I look rough. Bitch, I feel rough without makeup on. Okay, I feel real rough without makeup on. And there's no need to tell me that I have facial hair because I know I have facial hair. It will get taken care of eventually and then you won't be able to say that. But until then, please refrain from pointing something so obvious out to the person who has the facial hair or has the face that they're dealing with without makeup, because trans people wear, or at least trans women, I'm not going to say trans people because trans men, obviously this is not an issue for them particularly, but for trans women, makeup is something that kind of gives us the feeling or just the illusion for a second that our face can look the way we want it to look, or we can feel pretty, or we can feel, you know, like, I don't know, that we're giving our best, because without it, it's really hard to feel okay, especially if you haven't had any surgery or anything done. So pointing out that, you know, I look basically like shit without makeup is not something that I want to hear, and it's probably not something you should say if you want to remain my friend. Okay. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. I'm enjoying my little cocktail. It's real hot outside, so I'm enjoying this cocktail. It's nice and cool. And I'm probably going to go shopping later, maybe sit by the pool. Who am I kidding? I don't go outside, obviously. But yeah, I had fun with this. I think it was real cute. We were kind of supposed to get drunk and then film, but I didn't feel like that would be very good. I think if I was drunk, I probably wouldn't even know how to operate this camera or how to do anything. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But I hope you enjoyed this little tea session, this little truth telling, this little, you know, educational video that I prepared for y'all. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.